Hi, this is Jeffrey Kerr Financial Group. Today is Monday, July 28, 2025, and a very busy week ahead of us. But also, it was a busy week last week. To highlight a couple of things, first of all, the S&P 500 and NASDAQ both closed Friday at record highs. The Dow's about a little over 100 points away from a record high. And the S&P was up every day last week and is up 7 out of the last 8 trading days. So again, a lot of momentum, and the stocks continue to move higher. And also, over the weekend we had the trade deal with the European Union, which again kind of makes the August 1 deadline, which is this Friday, irrelevant. So I don't know, a lot of pressure's off now, a lot of uncertainty with a big trading partner, the European Union. And so, those things from last week, again, help propel the stock market to new highs where we start this week. Looking forward, got a lot going on this week, a lot of earnings, and FOMC is on Wednesday. That's the Fed interest rate decision. Unlikely to do anything, but again, with everything in a dialogue going back and forth between the Fed and the White House, it'll be closely watched as usual. PCI, the inflation gauge is coming out. And then we also have PMI, which is the Purchasing Managers Index, which again is a gauge. If it's above 50 on the index, it's an expanding economy. We have been below 50 recently, so we'll see. And the big news again on Friday will be the July jobs data. That's coming out. Even though July ends on Thursday, they're somehow getting it done for Friday morning with the jobs data coming out on Friday morning and could move stocks. A lot of earnings coming out this week. We've got the 4 of the Mag 7. We've got Amazon, Apple, Facebook, and Microsoft. So, those could move markets too. And also, Exxon, Chevron, MasterCard, Visa, some financials, some industrials. So a lot of earnings coming out this week. It is going to be a busy week. In total and in summary, I kind of think, the markets, aren't poised for a drop just yet, although it could be, any time given a news item. And I do think there's just a lot of complacency in the stock market. That the volatility numbers are low. There's not much danger being priced in the hedging area, and those type of things don't show any kind of worry. And so at some point I think that reverses. But for now, the stock market's on an upward trend, and may continue this week, driven by some of the news items. We got a lot of them this week. We'll be back on Wednesday. Thank you for listening. Talk to you then. Goodbye.